Hey everybody, happy Monday, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is a reaction video to the first half of the Sixers. Since this is an early game, I wanted to do one on the first half and then I'll do one on the whole game sometime later tonight when I have time. This has been a great game so far. The Sixers lead 59 to 49. Embiid and Simmons combined for first 20 of Philadelphia points. But then Ben Simmons got into some foul trouble, and we were able to still help our way through, thanks into no small part to the great play by TJ McConnell, who should not have got a double technical. That was not a double technical. He retaliated to something DeRozan did. That should have been a tech or a flagrant on DeMar DeRozan, one of the two, and just on DeMar DeRozan, not TJ McConnell. But I don't want to spend too much time on that, but that's my 2 cents on that. That should not have been a double technical in any sense. But other than that, he has 11 minutes played, 18 minutes played, 7 points and 7 assists already to go along with 3 rebounds. He's looking very good since Ben Simmons is at foul trouble, who looked amazing to start, obviously, having the first 20 points between Embiid and Simmons. He had 8 points to start with. Didn't have any other statistics in there, but he got into foul trouble early, only after 9 minutes, so he's barely played yet so far. So look for him to take off with fresh legs, only playing 9 minutes in the second half. This actually could be a blessing in disguise for the Sixers. If Ben Simmons can stay out of foul trouble, he's barely played any minutes in the first half. TJ played most of the minutes, so therefore you have your horse in Ben Simmons coming back in and just dominating without having a lot of minutes on him in the second half. This could actually work to the Sixers' advantage, and they should let it work to their advantage and use Simmons, try to drive, get him to take advantage of some guys that have been on the floor longer than he had, because once it gets into the second half a little bit, you're going to see guys that played most of the game, like a Kyle Lowry. Obviously, everybody can handle their workload, but you do get tired, and Ben Simmons has the advantage over anybody in this game right now. And then off our bench, we also have Booker contributing well today with 7. Amir Johnson has 5 boards, which is helpful. He's actually having a pretty productive game, which is not always back and forth wondering with him. Bayless is pretty much doing nothing. He just has 2 points and 2 rebounds. And then out of our starters, Redick also has 8 points, along with Simmons, 2 of 3 on 3 with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Saric is heavily struggling this game in the first half, so hopefully he can get over the hump and get going in the second half. Rocco has pretty much not been needed. He's only 1 of 2 with 4 points. And then Embiid took over the first half, going 8 of 14 with 18 and 1 for 2. And then when Embiid wasn't going, we had McConnell taking over for that stretch to get hit most of his 7. So this was just a half of complete basketball for the Sixers, where when somebody was fizzling off a bit, somebody else stepped up. Redick made his 2 shots in, his 2 threes in key situations to keep the lead up and keep our momentum going, which is something even in games that he's not as prominent in or has struggled, he has still found ways to make the shot when it needs to be done to really help our team. Overall, this first half has been a great first half of the Sixers. They only lead by 10, which is something that scares everybody most likely in the Philadelphia area, because we are known to blow bigger leads than just 10. But this is a game that looks different than those games. We look more complete. We look more focused. We look more as a whole, playing more consolidated as a team, because we already went through foul trouble in this game so early in the game with one of our best players or star players that could be in the All-Star game coming up in Ben Simmons. We went a long period of time without him and showed that we can get through it because TJ's such a good backup and we have such other solid players around our team and some depth that we should be able to get through having foul trouble. And we're finally shown we can so far this game, so let's keep it going in the second half, keep playing fantastic, and really have a great second half and close this out at home on MLK Day against the Toronto Raptors. I think if we play anything how we've been playing this first half, we should be able to win this game. We just can't, which is what the Sixers have been doing when they lose games, have a whole different game plan, it almost seems like, in the third quarter. We're one of the worst statistical teams in the third quarter, We've been changing that during our 4-game winning streak, and of late we've been getting better. We need to continue to get better and not be one of the worst. If I said the worst, we're not the worst. We're one of the worst statistical teams in the third quarter. And really get back to just playing how we did the whole game. Play consistent. What's working, keep it working. If you have to adjust, then adjust later. But everything's been working for the Sixers. Let's keep playing our game. Keep playing good defense. Keep getting some steals like TJ does his best. And like Rocco can do on defense as well. And almost had a great play on DeRozan. Let's just keep playing hard, keep playing smart, and keep playing aggressive in a good way, and we should win this game. This has been a reaction to the first half of the Sixers game. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the second half.